What's up? This is Salahudeen Salaam. Just in the cut, chilling, relaxing a little bit. Yo, just wanna give you a little feedback. Yo, I'm kind of really, I ain't gonna say excited, but I'm kind of glad the forum is where it's at. I'm gonna still continue to do what I do as far as the educational aspect of it. All right, now you got a few individuals out there that don't agree with me as far as my point with the standard, or my point on the aspect of, these guys are talking about backyard breeders. I really feel, truthfully, that backyard breeder situation is racial overtone. Racial overtone. And why do I say that? It's because these breeders are not actually given the full perspective of, again, a bad breeder is a bad breeder. A good breeder is a good breeder. If you breed in the backyard, you have a facility, you breed from your house, etc. Backyard breeding doesn't necessarily mean that you don't know or have knowledge about breeding dogs. Okay? And far as the standard is concerned with me, historically, on the aspect of the color code is not correct, especially here in the United States. It's not correct. It's not correct. I don't care what Italy decided to do or whatever. It was a great disrespect for the standard to change and conform into the Italian standard when Mike Santilli brought the standard, and specifically with the color code, with the pointed dogs was concerned, they were officially in there. And now that they're not, I feel that the cream colored dog should be included, and as well as the dogs with the white blaze on the face be included. These are historical colors. These colors have existed for a long time. Matter of fact, before the beginning and after the beginning, you cannot get rid of the pointed dogs. The reason being because of the sheepdog influence in the dog. What are you saying? Or you asking now that, what am I saying, that Carly also has sheepdog in it? Yes, it has Aberese or Marana. I forgot the name of this dog. It starts with a Marana, some mess like that. It's a big sheepdog. Kind of look like a Rottweiler a little bit. And this is what the dogs come from. There is that crossed with like Neapolitan Mastiff or Conor de Persa, which is the same thing as the working Neo, the catch dog of the time. And they bred these dogs together, or these dogs were bred together. These dogs come out with a distinct look, and again with the color code is in there. So this is why dogs worldwide are still coming out pointed, and you're still having your white or your cream color, or whatever you want to call it, eggshell color, whatever, straw. You want to make fancy names. Everybody wants to play the word semantics. And, I'm kind of like the layman term of a color code, so this where it's not confusing and we don't get it messed up in our mind. You know what I'm saying? So pointed means black and tan or blue and tan. That's what pointed means. And like I said, with the straw color, what y'all want to call straw, I call eggshell cream. Straw is straw. You got lighter colors than that. And as well, I want to talk about and address the color code. Because, everybody's, they panties in a bunch about the dilute colors. And I'm going to say this. Now, if we can all agree, in which I'm just not saying that, but even the foundation breeders are saying this, that the Conde Corso and the Neapolitan Mastiff have come from the same common ancestor. So therefore, the Neapolitan Mastiff comes in dilute colors. Now, these other colors that are recently accepted from it over time, other breeds of dogs were added to the Neapolitan Mastiff to make it the big sloppy dog that we know today. Now, here in America, as far as the Conde Corsos is concerned, they were called Bacheros at first. My father brought them over. They changed the name to Conde Corso. And he bred Neapolitan Masters into his dogs to make them better, which I'm not mad with. I'm not, my thing was I really and truthfully wanted to find out why that the American dogs were bigger and they were coming out with Neapolitan traits. Now that I know the truth of the matter, I'm not mad and I'm kind of happy about that. But they go to show that when you start line breeding on certain lines, bloodlines of the Cane Corso, you're going to come out with dilute colors. Now, sometimes you get these dogs that are completely fawn with pink noses or red noses. And, you got certain breeders that talk about, oh, well, if the dog comes out like that, then it's mixed. And this and that and the third, that's not a pure Corso. That is a lie. That is a lie. They do come in that color. Like I said, if the Neapolitan gene is in there and they both have the same common ancestor, then the dilute colors is going to come out. In the beginning, with Linda Salino, I'm going to say with Mike's family and whoever they distributed the dogs to, these colors were common back in the day. I used to get them sometimes. Linda used to get them sometimes. The foundation breeders, Linda Valentine, etc. They used to get them sometimes. So it did happen. Now, what about now is that people are breeding kind of close to the standard and they're moving away from that. Not saying that the dilute colors don't have health issues. They do to a certain extent. You have to know how to breed a dog. You got to know what to look out for, what the do's and the don'ts. Other than that, you can have these dilute colors and nothing's wrong with the dog at all. And again, like I told you personally, I don't respect the standard on the aspect of color code. I do respect the standard on one aspect of type or description of the dog or what the dog is supposed to be. Yes, the Corso is supposed to be rectangular. The muzzle is either here or there, give or take. The stop and all that other stuff is basically correct. Primarily, me per se, my preference is I like a bare head. I could deal with the heads like the standard heads or a longer muzzle. Either or I could deal with long as if it's historically correct, then I'm all for it. I'm not gonna bash it or get rid of it as long as my confirmation is correct. And that's what I'm mainly concerned with. The reason why I don't really truly like to mess with import dogs because you never know what you're gonna get out these import dogs. The angulations be wrong. You're gonna get dogs that's shorter or more stockier. I'm not gonna say stocky like in built, but squarer. That's a more better terminology. More square than rectangular. And the Corso is supposed to be rectangle, not square. You get them dogs that look like boxers. Now you got some that look like bull mastiffs, and these dogs are apparently mixed. They're the proper color code of the standard, and a lot of you don't even have an issue with that mess. And you should, because at the end of the day, definitely with the boxer crosses, what you're going to find is epilepsy in the lines. And a lot of top breeders are starting to get epilepsy in the lines, and they're not replacing the puppies that they sell out. So therefore, you end up with a dog that's defective. That's, sooner or later you have to put down. This is why I don't like fooling around with import dogs. I prefer to stick with the American lines. Not to say that I wouldn't breed into a nice rustic dog, which I believe the Italians are doing, which I don't think they will ever admit, is that they're breeding back into Neapolitan Masters over there and straightening the dogs out. And again, me personally, I feel that that's not a bad way of breeding things or straightening things out. Instead of adding, a dog that totally doesn't fit the criteria of what a Cane Corso is supposed to be. I believe personally that the Cane Corsos are supposed to have a scissor bite. The original Neapolitan Masters had scissor bites. The Aberese Mastiffs have scissor bites. That's the Aberese Mastiffs, the sheepdog, etc. All them dogs have scissor bites. So now you want to get a reverse scissor. So the way you do that is breed into a boxer. So this is what these guys done. And Again, it wasn't logical, it wasn't sound, and you just messed the dogs up. So now you got to kind of straighten it out. I really think that the Cane Corso's development was in a premature stage. Um, it should have been perfected before it was revealed or presented to the public. But now it is what it is. It's like rules to this stuff. And again, me personally, like I said, I studied a lot. I learned a lot over the few months now, and I kind of got it pegged out of what I want to do, what direction I want to go in. And but just to let you all know, and I'm talking about to you show breeders, a lot of stuff that, matter of fact, a lot of y'all been going around talking about how I'm a back, saying that I'm a bad person. I don't know what I'm talking about, this and then the third. I'm a backyard breeder, etc. Whatever. I'm a better dog man than you. I exposed a lot of you. You thought you knew what you was talking about, and you knew nothing. You can't tell me about these dogs. I had these dogs back in the 90s, and they're not the same as the ones back in the 90s. Oh, well, this and that and the third. They're not perfected. These dogs move, like, even in the show ring, like, you haven't really seen a good moving corso. So, at the end of the day, it is what it is, and that's that. My thing is to be better. So, I'm going to start breeding again soon, me personally. And I'm going to get me some old school stock, and that's that. And I'm gonna go from there. I'm going to put these dogs in the show ring. The ones that are to AKC standards, and those that are not will go into another registry. Because again, I have my own preference. I like pointed dogs. I like the little colors, and I'm going to breed that. I don't care what or whoever say what. Like, whatever you do in your yard is your business, and what I'm gonna do on mine is mine. And you can't tell me about, oh, well, he has mixed corsos, whatever. Whatever. And I'm going to say it again, whatever. You don't know what you're talking about. So, again, I wish all of y'all well. And just get a different perspective of things, man. Hopefully that you start reading and read a lot. As far as the corso's temperament, to be honest with you, it's a farm utility dog, yes. But it has an ancestry of fighting, gladiating, fighting as a fighting dog. So therefore, temperaments are very strong. And this is why also the boxer was added to tone down the dog aggression. As far as, certain lines or certain dogs that were pit fighters. It is what it is. It's in the history. Just to say it's a powerful dog. I still, again, don't believe it's for the first time buyer if you never owned a dog. But if you had tough dogs or aggressive dogs, then sure enough, it's a dog for you. You have to work it. You have to train it. And overall, just don't breed to breed, just to put two dogs together and just to have puppies, man. Always breed for a cause. And let the money be like the lasty aspect of it. Because again, you might get stuck with a whole litter of puppies and can't push them to nobody. And that's the truth of the matter. Well, all right. Again, I'm Salahudeen Salaam for King Corso Historical Talk. You come check us out on Facebook and learn a little something. And I appreciate, your time, that you're listening to me or whatever. And take it easy. One.